tonight at 5.
I heard about 13 seconds of gunfire. It sounded like the Wild Wild West.
New information on the Oneida Casino complex shooting, the names of the victims, and an update on the investigation.
We know that this is not a random act or anything like that. We believe that it was targeted at least to some of those individuals.
Plus, we now know it was a fired employee who killed 2 people and wounded a 3rd. What we're learning about the restraining order against him. Our live team coverage is straight ahead. Good evening and thanks for being with us. Another busy day of developments after this weekend's deadly shooting at the Oneida Casino complex. John Erickson is standing by with the latest on the investigation. But first, we now know the names of the people involved. These are the 3 people who were shot Saturday evening. 32-year-old Ian Simpson and 35-year-old Jacob Bartell. Both were killed. They were employees of the Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar. A 3rd employee, 28-year-old Daniel Mulligan, was also shot. He is in serious but stable condition at a Milwaukee hospital. We've also learned more details about the gunman. Officers say 62-year-old Bruce Pofel used to work at the restaurant. He was banned from returning to the property after he was terminated. Court documents show that earlier this year, a former coworker filed a restraining order against Pofel and said Pofel threatened her. In the restraining order, a judge did not issue a firearms restriction. Today, we also learned more about the events on Saturday night and the ensuing investigation. For more on that, we turn to NBC 26's John Erickson. John, you were at today's press conference. What did you learn?
Well, Nina, authorities say they are still looking for a motive in this case. And as we talk about the shooting, we do believe it important to show you how the complex behind me here is laid out. So here's a look at the Oneida Nation's property where it happened. The Duck Creek restaurant is in the center. The Oneida Casino is to the bottom right. And to the top left is the Radisson Hotel and Conference Center. Oneida officials confirm all 3 are under the umbrella of the Oneida Nation property. And Sheriff Delane said the gunman went to a specific spot in the restaurant where that suspect used to work. Authorities reiterated that this was not random. Brown County Sheriff Todd Delane said that 62-year-old suspect Bruce Pofel used to work at the Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar, was fired earlier this year, and the Oneida Nation told Pofel he was banned from the property. The sheriff said the entire incident happened in about 10 minutes.
Walked directly towards the back of the restaurant, towards a waiter station. The suspect fatally shot 2 employees at close range with a 9mm handgun. This occurred with approximately 50 patrons inside the restaurant. The suspect then departed the restaurant and made his way outside to the north side of the complex. The suspect then shot 1 additional male who is also a Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar employee. It was very quickly after the suspect shot the 3rd victim that officers from the Green Bay Police Department neutralized the threat.
Sheriff Delane said Pofel was the lone suspect and that Pofel died at the scene.
This incident has impacted the lives of many in our community, including the victims, their families, emergency first responders and their families, witnesses, and the staff and patrons of the Radisson.
And Nina, Sheriff Delane said that the state is investigating the officer-involved shooting portion of this case, saying that Green Bay police shot and killed the suspect outside of the complex behind me here. Now, leaders with the Oneida Nation also continue to look at the shooting situation. Yesterday, leadership said they've discussed emergency preparedness strategy, and they plan to focus on the long-term impact and recovery after this incident.
We have a balanced approach to recovery from this situation, making sure we're taking care of physical health and safety, making sure mental health is being taken care of, and also spiritual health.
That was from a press conference yesterday, and coming up on Wednesday, the Oneida Nation plans to hold a spiritual ceremony to honor the victims and focus on healing. For now, we're live across from Oneida Casino. John Erickson, NBC 26.